make baby fall and copy call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man.
Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First play's a run with Nwangwu, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go play action now. Wilson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangwu. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, 10th overall. And the Lions need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings, nothing. Kevin McPherson set to keep off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. The Vikings at 2-6 now in the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Hey, 66.
Brady now on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CB, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down to set out to punt. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, it's James. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Cover, cover! 72.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw is Brady. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
No, 66.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they get into the ground. The Lions 33. They reel right down defensively. That was 3rd and a big one. They allow the conversion. So it's into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Up the middle with Eckler. And some room to run now. Touchdown, Vikings! Austin with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. The Vikings are an extra point away from tying this ball game. We've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's the option going left on second down. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. That'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but that will bring up third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma receiver Tress Ray on to put the football. Here's James returning. So the punt goes for 56 with a decent return of 13. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Moore, the man in motion. On second down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Eckler now between the tackles. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's 2nd and a yard. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Well, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Brady going to go on 4th down. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and 10, Brady. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Brady sacked by Rashawn Gary. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Sugar!
3rd and long. It's Brady. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And now a hole out there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They go option right on 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Brady's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line, being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we're on a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And time we get out of our patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Vikings! Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the air. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
And the Lions first down.
Straight ahead, here's Nwogu. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
On second down, here's Nwogu. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you to the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Wilson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Brady to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
9 yards. It's 2nd down.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They go play action with Wilson. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And in for the Lions touchdown. Robbie Anderson from 21 yards away. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here on the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Lions 21, Vikings 14. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. They find some open field here. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down and 4, Brady. He's got the hookup with Diggs. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. the middle, Nwangu. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
He's brought down to the 20-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Brings up second and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. They've got his man complete. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
21. Evan McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
And Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Now after the false start, here's second and 7. Here's Brady. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now second and 11 from the 32.
Gold 50. Hey, gold 66. Alert!
Now Brady. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a third and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked at the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.